Allegations are emerging that the United Nations chose to ignore the human cost of the conflict in Sri Lanka. The death toll could be 3 times what has so far been reported. Philip Balopion joins us now from Colombo. Philip, first of all, tell us how these allegations have emerged.
Well, they have emerged because a number of people inside the UN machinery in Colombo have been very uncomfortable for several months now with the way the UN leadership has been handling the issue. Very early on in the conflict, the UN started trying to gather some numbers. They were calling local doctors on the ground, local NGO workers, local UN workers, priests, people like that, and as best as they could, they were trying to confirm the numbers. And these numbers were rising very quickly. We had 2,000 dead, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and the UN was not coming out publicly with the figures at the time, even though they were much more solid than what the UN has used in other conflict areas. So people started leaking numbers, but even at that point, the UN never publicly admitted to them. And this is why you arrive at the situation today where the best estimates are saying that probably at least 20,000 civilians have died, and the last sort of UN-stamped number is 7,000.
Philippe, is this about incompetence or is it a cover-up?
I don't think it's incompetence or cover-up. I think it's more excessive diplomatic prudence in a way. I think the people who decided not to release these numbers were not ill intentioned, but I think they were, I would say their moral compass might have gone wrong at some point. They felt that the most important to them was to stay in the country, be able to work, be able to help these people. And their calculation was that if they were coming out with the numbers, they might be thrown out of the country. Now, we'll never know whether this would have happened or not, but I think that the UN has at some point a kind of moral duty to stick out whatever the consequences when thousands of civilians are killed.
Philip Balopion there reporting from Colombo.